one side is poetry, and the second one is painting. The girl has picked up painting. So, how did you start? Why did you start like this quarantine period? What sparked in your mind to, you know, towards painting?
Well, funny story. I moved into the apartment that I'm in around September last year, and the walls are white. And this is the first time I've been in an apartment where all the walls are just pure white. And so I was like, I want to put something on the walls, but I bet I can make something myself. And from there, I really just like started learning about fluid painting, and I made the first piece. I was hanging up on the wall behind me, and after that, I just kept going. So I don't know how many pieces, but I have like a number of pieces now, and I just enjoy it. So I made a page for it, and that's what I do now. Not as a business, like not yet.
Do you sell any of them, no? Or you just...
I sold one, but I haven't started selling them yet.
Oh yeah. Is it like therapeutic? Because I watched the process on your Instagram. Like when you pour the paint, then it looks like Marvel effects. Or they want to see one painting because they can't see it.
Okay, so I have some. So this, I'm gonna show like two. So this is one that I did.
Oh God.
I have it up on my page, like all of the ones I'm showing are on my page.
Yeah.
And then this is the most recent one that I did.
Yeah.
The one that you used on the poster thing.
Oh, the first one reminds me of water. Like, you know when the waves are like, oh, that's so
Yeah, for real. I was thinking that this could be like a little island, and then like the sea gets deeper, or maybe the island could be down here and that's the sand. I don't know. Either way.
Yeah, that's so cool. What do you put on top? Because it looks really glossy.
So the second one is varnished. The other one, the first one with that looked like water or an island, that's not varnished yet. So I used a Liquitex gloss varnish because I like when it's shiny.
Oh, girl, looks so nice. So when Christina says, start selling, girls, make that.
Thank you, guys.
People will buy it because they want things. Even like in our own apartment, the walls are just white, and I'm like, I need color, you know.
Yeah.
So good, so good. Do you think you would? Do you think you ever paint something like, what's the word? I'm not an artist, but like, you know, when you look at what's it called? You look at, let's say I put fruit here and I paint the fruit. I can't remember.
No. That's not me. See, the thing is, like, know yourself and stick to that. That is not me. I would have never imagined myself painting anything, but I definitely know that that is not for me. I don't think I don't sketch or draw or paint real things. Abstract painting, I can stick to.
Yeah. I feel that honestly, I'm not an artist, but like I can't specific things I can't do. I prefer abstract since it's free flowing. You know, there's just an expression and just like do whatever I want. There are no rules.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There are no
Which
rules,
is
really.
Yeah. So let's move on to the second one. She's going to share like three today. So I'm excited. Okay. Can you share with us? One was beauty, just if anyone forgot. Beauty. What's the second one?
It's called Life Smile. So, are you ready?
Yes, we are so ready. We're all ready.
Okay, this one's a bit different, but yeah, life smile. Life smiles at me, so I smile back with an inviting grin to show how I'm not moved by the shifting of the wind. I showed life the beauty behind sincere and open arms, but it couldn't do the same for me without revealing harm. Life spoke to me, so I spoke back in a not so equal tone, realizing that among us, I was the one alone. I befriended something bigger than I could ever be, but knew that it was just as big as I allowed myself to see. Life called to me, so I answered with the loudest voice I could, deciding that I'd make my own far more than simply good. I took my phone and wrote it until I finally tired out. I went down every avenue and attempted every route. But one one day life laughed at me and I couldn't understand until I realized that the problem was caused by my own hands. Life did its chore, which I embraced without a cautious thought. I allowed life to knit a web and I surely hadn't fought. When the beauties of life entice, be mindful of the view. When you long to be adventurous, still be careful what you do. For curiosity does kill, and the thrill will always mold. But one thing life has taught me, all that glitters is not gold.
Okay, take us through that. Take us through. Still good. I'll snap. For everyone in the comments too, I'll snap. But take us through the poem.
Honestly, I just wrote this one. Like, there's no story behind this one. I just wrote it one day. I don't know how. I don't even remember being inspired. I just wanted to write a poem and I wrote one, and that's all I can say about this. But at the same time, it still speaks volumes.
Yeah.
Like, no matter what temptations come, no matter the plans and goals and aspirations you have, like, still be careful of the things that you do, the decisions you make, because things can come back to haunt you, and not everything that looks good is actually good for you.
I know one thing I kind of picked up was like, well, I guess this overarching theme in the poem of life almost being almost like a companion, and then you're going along with life, and then as you grow older, you start adulting, and then you realize that life is actually not as easy and as like simple as you thought. And so like all of a sudden life starts revealing its true colors to you and you're like, what? Like how
Exactly. Yeah.
You know? Yeah.
So at the end of the day, like, we all leave life. Life is still gonna be here. Life is still gonna be here when each one of us go.
Yeah. Yeah. I see that. And what was it wasn't the end. Somewhere towards the end about don't be too adventurous and about curiosity.
Yeah, that was the end, the last stanza. When the beauties of life entice, be mindful of the view. When you long to be adventurous, still be careful what you do. For curiosity does kill, and the thrill will always mold. But one thing life has taught me, all that glitters is not gold. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Same, like, that saying, the grass isn't green on the other side, all that glitters ain't gold.
Exactly.
Things, yeah. Yeah.
You know how they say curiosity killed the cat and all of that.
Yeah. Exactly. Oh, Christina just said, I'm trying to read the comments. She said, girl, you sell me a book of your poems too.
Oh.
Yeah. Davanya, honestly, guys on this thing, I've been telling Davanya for ages that she needs to make a book.
I just don't think that I am consistent enough in my poetry. I mean, that's fine. I understand, but maybe one day I will.
Yeah. Oh, if not, we have between both of us, we have poems. So,
yeah. I'll shout you.
See, collaboration. Come on.
Mm-hmm.
And then third one. Can you take us to the third one?
The third poem, you say?
Yeah.
Okay. So this one again is very different from the first two, and it doesn't have a title. So I'll just get straight into it. Isn't it funny how the most uninformed and absent-minded person who cannot place their right from their left is able to translate love that is shown them even when they cannot pontificate its meaning? Or how the smallest infant senses the warmth in their mother's touch while for lack of linguistic ability cannot point to what it is? Or even perhaps how the most challenged person can understand while being incapable of orating the root and source of what is known as love? I kissed my memorially restricted grandmother on the cheeks one day and knew that though her flesh was limited, she could not verbally identify my actions, her eyes, as she looked back at me, said, I love you too. And as we laid her body to rest, I hoped with all in me that she really did know that I loved her too. It is inevitable to conclude, therefore, that this love is universal. It needs no narration and has no vocabulary demands because it is the language of souls. It needs no introduction because it is in all of us and given to all of us from the very beginning. It needs no attention because by its very nature, it will remind us of all that is good in the world and all who stood in the world. I love you. The most powerful phrase anyone can say. I love you, Grammy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't make me cry.
Aww.
Okay, walk us through it. Walk us through it.
So this one, as you like would have heard, my grandmother, she passed away in 2018
Yeah.
in October, the last day of October actually. And I don't know, I was just in my feelings one night and I wrote this. I didn't intend to write a poem, but I wrote it kind of for her, just thinking about love and thinking of how love has no bounds, it has no barriers. You don't have to know what the word love is to know what love is. You don't have to know how to say I love you in order to, like, you can love someone without saying I love you.
Yeah.
And I was just thinking how funny it is that no matter how young or old you are, no matter how much in your mind or out of your mind you are, you can still identify love. And that's when I said, even though because my grandma she had Alzheimer's, and at the stage that she was at before she passed, like her sentences weren't full. She couldn't communicate like how we would communicate. She couldn't sit down and have a normal conversation. And I was just like I just wrote how I felt. Sometimes when she looked at me, I could tell that she was saying she loves me, even if she can't say it to me verbally.
Yeah.
And I hoped because I wasn't there when she passed, so I was hoping like she's gone now. I'm not gonna see again, and I just hope that she knew how much I loved her because I really did. And so I just wanted to write about how like no matter where you are in life, love speaks to everyone, and you don't have to know, like I said, what love is. Nobody has to lecture you on love in order to know what love is. So
Yeah.
and today would have been her birthday as well, so I felt like I had to say this one. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. Oh, thank you for sharing that with us. What an honor, honestly.
You're welcome. Aw. And I grew
Honestly.
up with her, like she raised me, so when she passed, like, I really felt it. So that was my
Oh,
I was her.
oh, there's hearts, then hearts. But then
Yeah.
Richard is on you. Hi, Richard. You just said that's real. That's honestly,
Thank
it is because, and I still get what you're saying in terms of people experiencing love. But what got me in your poem was the first line when you're talking about how someone who, like, I'm paraphrasing because I can't remember the exact words, but like someone who is kind of seen as wicked or like is like the most, let's say, unbearable kind of person on earth would still know how to feel love and still know how to
Yeah.
love. It's such a universal language, and it's just interesting to the perspective that you put it, where you put everybody in this whole poem, and like you're making us see even this kind of person and this kind of person and this kind of person, and all love, and like that's the common ground that they can share. It's really interesting to see when it's put together like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
It is.
That's kind of my aim was. Sorry?
No, go on.
No, I think that was my aim for the poem.
Yeah. I'll snap because I did snap for that one. That was my feelings. I'll snap. Everybody at the comment section was snapping. Thank you for sharing that with us. Oh, okay. I have to get my mind back because I'm far away about come back now. So that's been just a bit of Davanya, like all the points, just a bit of what she actually writes, just a tiny bit. Like Davanya, let's work on that. Okay, like in a few years' time, let's check on that stuff. I think it's so nice. People resonate with poetry a lot, and I think a lot of times we underestimate or we just put it in this caliber. And it's like, oh, poetry is just this. You know what you see in the movies, you're like, I can never do that. But like poetry is like can be in songs, even rap songs, it could be like in just the things around us that are not expressed in words. So it's to be able to share this space. Now, to kind of end this, 3 years ago, when did it? It was last year.
Was it last year?
2019. I was like, when did I write? In 2018 to 2019, Davanya and I actually collaborated for a project I was working on called The Save You Were a Crown. If you listen to my radio show, you hear me talk about it quite often. But Davanya was the one I collaborated with to write the last poem in my manifesto. And If Save You Were a Crown is basically about this idea of having to keep black skin as royalty. And so if Slavery were a crown, like if the black skin was seen as royalty by people of other races and just in international environment, then all these things would happen. So basically, that's what this manifesto is about. And we just thought it would be cool to read it because we've actually not read it in like for how many years now? We've not read it.
Yeah.
So we just thought it would be nice to actually bring it back just for old time's sake and read the poem to end this live. I'll get it up on my screen.
Okay.
Okay, this is a slavery or a manifesto. Vanya, you take it away.
Yeah. um, if slavery were a crown, then by now my temples would be worn out for overexhaustion and underestimation. My fingers would be permanently sore from removing the thorns from my mind that have been left behind from generations before me. The watermarks on my skin would tell the stories the bruises somehow failed to finish.
If slavery were a crown, the chocolate color of my skin won't matter. White, blue, black, red, orange, all the naming of colors causing the divide, wetting the ears of the stigmatized, allowing racism to be glorified.
If slavery were a crown, I'd have no space for this basket on my head that holds the shattered pieces of my identity that was handed to me in exchange for the smile that once identified my face.
If slavery were a crown, we won't need songs of freedom. No marching to say her name or say his name. No songs to fight for what's right.
Wade in the water.
Wade
in the water.
Wade in the
water. God's gonna trouble these waters.
If slavery were a crown, we won't need to cry. All lives matter. Black lives matter. Because we bleed the same is all we would live by.
Wade in the water. Wade over broken bones. Wade to the fragmented shells of men that speak of hope if you want to make it home.
Home. My culture. She said it was dated. Made it clear to me that it doesn't fit in with the West. The reflection goes, you are dated, not Western, so not rated. Not valued, lost value. Like the bodies gone down in Manhattan. Buildings burned on Fifth Avenue. 1863 it was.
Wade in the water. The shots your words take, flying out of your mouth like stray bullets, they land in the wrong place. If slavery were a crown, words would blossom like the flower, beautify. Their eyes would glisten in adoration when they look upon my stature, robed in the lipstick of the sun as it kisses us with majestic bronze hues. They would smirk as nature ironically leaves with the crown of cotton like the ones we picked fresh.
The white lips will speak of beauty of melanin and vice versa. No shade, no stereotypes, no fake hype, just true candor, real words. But why do their words often feel like war? Why is there war?
If slavery were a crown, then the aftermath, the sash, whipped into a downward spiral, you can say we've been whiplashed.
If slavery were a crown, the words that held my brothers bound, my sisters to the filthy ground, will not have a place in human speech in the first place.
The storyteller's tune would speak of laughter in the fields. We feel the whips, we feel the words, we feel the prayer mats where we kneel. We kneel and pray for our tomorrow, where our crowns will be revealed. I bite my tongue and drink the blood for this promise to be sealed. It is sealed.
The first place, the place where it all began, on different African soils. Each country so vast and free, melanated bodies blessed with skill, functioning without Western view. Beautiful intelligence, artifacts intricate, telling stories of life through art. Value in their values, respect is reciprocal. The king has invited us all. My hair is my glory. I use song and dance to tell the stories.
The light at the end of the tunnel, the spark to start the fire.
Life was good and we humans understood. that we are equal. If slavery were a
Slavery
crown,
were a crown, we
we
would be
were
equal.
singing. Thanks, girl. I just realized that the line, I hear you faster than you hear me. So when I sing, like I sing faster, but
No, yeah, I noticed that, yeah.
it worked. It worked well. Also, guys, if you want to actually hear the recorded version of that song, you can go on my YouTube and just look up the Save You Were a Crown. The whole manifesto is there. We recorded this and all that. So you can,
And
I'll
they
put it,
sound really, really nice, the recordings.
yes.
Fire.
Oh, Davanya, thanks for joining us today. It was so nice seeing you. Before you
My
go,
pleasure.
what have you been watching on Netflix?
iZombie.
Oh,
I've been
okay.
watching iZombie,
Oh, yeah.
and then this design show. I don't even know what it's called, but some home design show I started watching.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Guys, plug, just in case you like want to check those out, you can check those out since we're all in this quarantine thing together. But thanks to Vanya for joining us. It's been amazing having you on here on episode 11.
Yeah, I enjoyed it.
I enjoyed it too, and I hope you have a great weekend.
You too.
Guys, thank you for joining us. Davanya and I are signing out now. Have a great weekend, and yeah, have a good rest of Friday, depending on where you are, but have a great weekend.
Yeah.
Bye.